Greetings everyone and welcome back at Taraka 00 Railways with me Elizabeth, and yes, today we have got another Fowler steam locomotive, and it is not Hornby, this is Bachmann. So we're going to look at the LMS Fowler 3F, the Jinty. So locomotive number 16564, and the product code for Bachmann is 32-227C. And coming back to this Fowler, it was built in 1928 and newly built, and that's when it started running. And just amazing that we have a photo of what this locomotive used to look like in the good old days. The London, Midland and Scotland Railway LMS Fowler 3F and 0602 is a class of steam locomotives, often known as Jinty. They represent the ultimate development of the Midland Railway 3-set coupled tank engines. Designed by Henry Fowler and builder was W.G. Bachmann. Production already started in 1924 and continued till 1931, and a total of 422 was produced. And 1967, the last locomotive was actually withdrawal, and only 9 is in preservation, and the rest were all scrapped. By Bachmann, this is a highly popular model produced by Bachmann branch line in the 00 gauge 1.76 scale. It is authentically done and replicates the real loco in real life. A British 060T, as previously indicated, steam locomotive workhorse from the Era 3 in pristine LMS black livery. So we look at the box here, we can see at the end of the box description, LMS Fowler 3F Jinty, LMS black, and it's also an Era 3. There are also some history on the rear of the box, and there's also the front view of the box. And what I love about most of the Bachmann locos, you can actually see the window and you can see into the box and actually see the actual loco standing out nicely. And obviously I've removed mine out of the box already. It's already on the layout. What are you talking about? Besides the new livery in pristine LMS black, it also features a running plate mounted on the sandbox, and also there's some fillers and access to via the water tank keyholes and NEM coupling pockets and sprung buffers. DCC compatibility equipped with the next 18 DCC decoder socket. Some of the locos do come in the option of the factory fitted DCC sound, and that code is SKU 32227CSF, and it's also available. But this loco today we're looking at is a 3-pole motor. So we get the paperwork as with all the locos, and more updated version that's obviously than the previous model by Bachmann. So we have the pamphlet with the service maintenance, lubrication and the body removal and the DCC equipment, and obviously the DCC sounds. No accessories in the box, so most of the accessories, well, all of them are fitted, and I'm actually glad about that, because these days a person just wants to get the loco out and run it immediately. You don't always have the patience to fit little fragile accessories, but they are great to fit. But yes, I prefer it already on the loco, and I really appreciate that from Bachmann. And over and above, if I pick up this loco, it does feel like it's got a bit of weight to it. And we're looking on the side steps and the buffers and the red buffer beams, metal sprung, and nicely depicted for sure in a 3F classification on the side of the cab, frame and metal safety valves and the whistle, along with a running number in front of the smoke box, and also the water tap spots and the coal catcher, the coal guard and the cab interior, and also the windows. Some are non-glazed and glazed in the front, and then in the num couplings, and then also fitted valves and piping, and the wheels done in the black finish and metal, and definitely right for performance, and pickup per wheel, and as previously mentioned that it's a 3-pole motor. Showing a lot of riveting and modes that the load separately fitted parts, and the running plate and made of metal, and the cab details once again great. And yes, as previously indicated by some of the other hobbyists, they would have loved to have a flickering firebox at least in the Loco, because it's it's definitely moving on in the future, so we need to get some extra details on these Loco. So enough of me waffling about all the decorations and extras and what is missing on this Loco. I must mention to you that I did have a early crest version of this Jinty, and a much older version. This was probably about 5 years ago, and at that point, yes, I wasn't thinking of having anything but just Hornby on the layout. And I quickly learned that that's not always the case. You cannot always stick to that. You're going to have to replace Locos or get Locos in that are from a different manufacturer. And I'd rather have the second choice manufacturer as Bachmann or anything else. But yeah, having said that, so let's jump into the history of this LMS Class 3F Fowler. The origins of the Jinty can be traced back to the Midland Railway's Chief Mechanical Engineer, CME, S.W. Johnson, and his 2441 class locomotive. After the formation of London Midland and Scottish Railways, LMS, Sir Henry Fowler, Deputy CME of the LMS at the time, took the 2441 class design and added a bell pair firebox and improved cab, creating the ultimate development of the Midland Railways, 6 coupled tank engines. A total of 422 units, as previously mentioned, Jintys were built from 1924 until 1931, with production speed between the LMS and various subcontractors. And this Loco we have here today was built in 1928, freshly built, and credits to C.J. Allen that provided the image we have here. And what an amazing image indeed of the actual Loco. The locomotives were versatile at home shunting in stations, yards and exchange sidings, as well as on trip workings. They could also be found on passenger services and seven-saw service on the Somerset and Dorset Railway until 1930, when they were absorbed back into LMS stock. The entire class survived to nationalisation, with the first withdrawals in 1959 brought about by the introduction of new diesel shunters. Soon more and more locomotives were withdrawn, and by 1964 less than half remained. Traffic. The final examples were withdrawn in 1967, however 9 have been preserved. The Jinty, a workhorse. The War Department ex-LMS Fowler Class 3F consisted of 8 LMS Fowler 3F060T steam locomotives requisitioned in 1940 from the London and Scotland Railway. The locomotive was designed for shunting and light freight, as previously stated, and the locomotive here again today is number 16564 and was an early example of the incredibly reliable 422 strong class built in the UK. So with that, yet another great addition to my layout, and I have fully almost recovered from my cold, so thank you everyone for your patience, and I'll be bringing out some more videos soon, so please stay tuned, and thank you for your patronage to my channel. I appreciate all your comments, and all the best as always. Regards, Elizabeth.